what good is it to look back at this time and feel so much sorrow and negativity? Honestly, when you look back at this time, there should be so much hope and fruitfulness and productivity in terms of you did what you had to do in order to become a psychologist. What's up, fam? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Phil Sarpon. This is Phil's Guide to PsyD. This channel is dedicated to all things psychology, wellness, and graduate school. Today, I'm going to be talking about starting off my 4th year as a PsyD student. And honestly, guys, I cannot believe that I am finally in my 4th year. It has been a crazy last 4 years of going through graduate school, and it's kind of wild to think that I'm nearing the end of the road. So if you guys are just starting out in your 1st year or your 2nd year, there is light at the end of the tunnel. Just keep on going, keep on striving, keep taking one step at a time, and I promise you, you will get there. So I'm super excited. My schedule for this year is actually fairly chill. I typically only have classes on Mondays throughout the day, and then Tuesdays and Wednesdays I am in my clinical rotation in my advanced practicum site. So, and then Thursdays and Fridays, those are the 2 days that I have off that I typically devote my time to research or basically applying for internships. Now, the biggest thing about the 4th year, because I'm a PsyD student, I'm actually now getting ready for the internship. So that means I'm going to be applying for internship this year in November. And so the timeline for that would be I would apply in November, hopefully get some interviews in December and January, and then I'll hear back about where I get matched in February. So that's the timeline. I'll be keeping you guys involved throughout that process. There's a lot of things that are going to be going on. There's a lot of nerves that I feel, but hopefully my journey can also help you guys in the future when you are preparing for your internship as well. Now, there's 3 takeaways for the 4th year, for the start of my 4th year, that I want to leave you guys with. Number 1, I kind of already mentioned it, but it does go by quickly, so please enjoy it while it goes by. I know that sounds kind of weird because you're thinking graduate school, you just have to bear through it, you just have to get over it. But honestly, it is a process that you can enjoy. And even though it might be difficult at times, I really want you guys to focus on trying to make the most of the life moments that can happen and really try and enjoy the process, because it is short. When you think about it, 4 years of your life is actually a fairly short amount of time. And so what good is it to look back at this time and feel so much sorrow and negativity? Honestly, when you look back at this time, there should be so much hope and fruitfulness and productivity in terms of you did what you had to do in order to become a psychologist. And so that's one big takeaway that I have, is that it does go by fast, so really try and enjoy it as much as you can. The second thing is to celebrate each step of the way. Every time you finish a year, you should be celebrating with your classmates or your family or your loved ones. You should be celebrating each milestone that you go through, whether it is your application process or your first clinical rotation or your dissertation proposal. Whatever it is, you should be celebrating those little moments, because as you celebrate those little moments, it kind of gets into a little bit of a snowball effect in terms of giving you motivation to finish strong. That senioritis, all of those different things start to happen. So it's really important to take in those small victories that you have. The third thing is that I think it might be really helpful to somehow document your journey. Whether you have a journal that you record some of the most meaningful things that you've gone through in your doctoral journey, whether you take pictures, whether you take videos, whether you put things online or on Instagram, on social media, whatever it is, I think you should try and capture the moment that you are in graduate school. It is such a unique experience. This kind of goes along with really celebrating the different milestones that you might go through, and that you want to try and capture the big picture. You want, hopefully after graduate school, after the 4 or 5 years that you've been in school, you want to look back at it and seeing how far you've come, how much you've grown, how much you've matured, how much you've elevated into the person that you want to be. Graduate school isn't about just getting through your courses and getting through your classes and your clinicals. It's also very much about this internal growth that's inside of you, that you are basically blooming into this new person by the time you graduate. Number one, remember that it goes by really, really quickly. Number two, try and capture those moments, really celebrate the milestones. And number three, start thinking about the full, bigger picture of what you are accomplishing. Those are my three takeaways from being a fourth year student so far. Once again, I will keep you guys in the loop in terms of my journey as I am applying for internship. And hopefully see you guys on the other side. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and I will see you guys in the next video.